Hey guys, welcome to episode 13 of the Cinematic Boys Reviews. Of course, today we got Dakota here and my wonderful co host Bilal is in the building. What's up, Bilal?
MBK, what's good, my boy? How you been, bro?
I've been doing good, of course. We're recording this on a Friday. Just saw Abigail, which, of course, today is not about Abigail, it's about Ex Machina. But the Abigail review is coming in our regular podcast this coming Monday. But besides that, Bilal, how you been doing this week at least since I last talked to you?
Same old. How
Are
about
you
you?
done with school yet?
Yeah, I'm done with school.
Oh, nice. You just working now?
Yeah.
Most of me too, just working. Really busy day at work today.
Hustling
Grinded
all
out a
day, you
lot.
know?
Yeah, I busted out a lot of pallets and stuff today where I work from because I like put up freight and stuff in the like our cooler. Got
Yeah.
about 7 done. So, and they're pretty big. But unfortunately, if you guys see today, we don't have Sammy with us. I know you guys were probably all excited to see the trio back together. But unfortunately, Sammy had some personal issues. But he will be back next week for our review of Annihilation. So don't worry, the trio will be back together next Friday. No, this will be coming out. Yeah, this is coming Friday because I'm gonna be releasing this on probably Saturday, or we're recording on a Friday. But let's get right into it. Our review of Ex Machina. So, of course, this is the first movie by Alex Garland in his 4 movies that he has done so far. This movie has came out in 2015. This is by A24 and also Universal. I didn't even know Universal was a part of this
Yeah.
production slate. I was a little bit surprised when I watched this movie. So, of course, this movie stars Donham Gleason, which, if you guys didn't know, this is the son of Brandon Gleason, which I just found out probably about 5 minutes ago. But this is also stars Alyssa.
Van
Oh, was it?
Gander.
Yeah, Alyssa Vikander. Of course, if you guys don't know who she is, she plays in the new Tomb Raider movie that came out a couple years ago. And we also got Oscar Isaac himself, Moon Knight, Poe from Star Wars. So if you guys know those characters, you know Oscar Isaac. But this movie's not have does have a big cast in it. Just mostly those are our three main characters in this movie. But let's get right into it, Bilal. Is this your first time watching this movie, or is this a rewatch for you?
Rewatch.
First rewatch, second.
First rewatch.
So this is my first time watching this. I'm actually so let's just get into our spoiler-free thoughts. I want to kind of get into it first.
All
I
right, go
actually like
ahead.
this movie. The concept of this movie was has a great premise around it, and the way they executed because it's like mostly like a single location movie. Most of the movie in this one house out in the middle of nowhere. Of course, it's owned by this rich businessman named Nathan, which is played by Oscar Isaac. He has Caleb, one of his workers, come down. He won a contest, could stay for a week, and he finds out that during this contest, it's for like a special project that Nathan has been working on with this AI person, which is Elisa Van Kier, and the AI's name is Ava. But I like the movies. This movie, it's a what would you think? A thriller, right?
I'll say sci-fi thriller is the best way to put it together, but more so sci-fi angle of it.
Definitely that. But I like this movie. The camera shots. I like the camera shots. The dialogue in this. I actually like the dialogue. I don't know how she did it, but Lisa Ventura actually sound like an AI robot. And I don't know, it could be easy to do that, but of course, these are actors and actresses. They go to school, they take time to learn this, but the relationship between her and Caleb, between Ava and Caleb, I like the relationship, the demeanor between Nathan and Caleb, it gets a little bit, was it heated during this movie?
Yeah,
And I like the point of that because it shows like Caleb doesn't know nothing when he gets here, but by the end, he knows everything.
yeah,
And of course, we see the progression of Ava through this movie. And I really like that because, of course, in this movie, she has some dreams of what she wants to do and how she wants to do it. And she's like progressing because, of course, when Nathan made her, it's just a simple AI. And he's trying to see the reaction because if you get where you guys see in the trailer of how her and Caleb react to each other. But besides that, I like the score in this one last thing. But besides that, below, what are your thoughts on Ex Machina?
My thoughts on Ex Machina. First of all, the cinematography, especially in the research facility, is really great. The lighting in the movie is really fantastic, and the technology, the way they use it, is great in Ex Machina. Like you said before, the relationship between Nathan and Caleb is great. I love the bond that they have in the beginning, and sometimes that bond goes away during what happens in the third act. Ava's performance by Alicia Van Gander was excellent. The way she was moving, the way she was talking, sounded exactly like an AI. Must be a very difficult performance to handle. Oscar Isaac's performance as Nathan, this businessman, there's also a dick in this movie. He is a cocky person. You see that in the movie, and you really see he's sort of like a mad scientist in Ex Machina, which we'll talk about further. Um, Frank Gleason's son, um, how do you say his name again?
Donaham Gleason.
Donaham Gleason was excellent in this movie. The difference between Nathan and Caleb is so interesting because Nathan's more of a controlling asshole in this movie, and Caleb is more like, oh, this likable, nice guy, and you really see the difference between ghost characters, which I really love. And like you said, Ava's progression in this movie was really great. I love that they show it in like different sections of this movie, session one, session two, and so forth and so forth. And the relationships between Caleb and Ava was excellent, but that works with the way these characters were written. The script was so strong in this movie that it makes you believe each single character in Ex Machina, which is something really special about this movie. And the conversation of AI is still so important to these days, especially with movie studios sometimes use the AI for the smallest thing. Like we saw that Late Night with the Devil, they use AI for um, little bit of the scenes in that movie. And recently, I believe A24 used AI for um, the recent Civil War posters. So it is a conversation that needs to happen right now. And this movie does that really well in this film. And this movie showcases the scariness of AI. And I think that's the main vocal point this movie is telling us.
You know what's weird about that? Think of this. Civil War is made by A24. It's directed by Alex Garland, right?
I know.
This movie, produced by A24, directed by Alex Garland.
I know. It's just crazy to me.
It's like a full circle of like what you should not do when they're doing right now.
Yeah, I know. It's insane.
But mostly with that being our spoiler free thoughts, let's get into our spoiler part of our review like normal. So if you guys haven't seen Ex Machina yet, go watch Ex Machina. We will tell you guys later on where it is available for you guys to go watch it because I definitely know this is on some streamer services if you guys want to go watch it. But with that being said, Bilal, let's get into our spoiler part of the section. Let's get into our pros. Bilal, what are your pros?
First of all, I want to say if you're interested in seeing Ex Machina and if you're Canadian, it is streaming on Amazon Prime currently. But my pros on this movie is definitely the opening when you see Kayla first coming out of the helicopter. You see this like weird thing about it. First of all, it's like all like snowy mountains you see. Then you see this really bright green colors, and then you see this house, and once Caleb gets in the house, he's just looking for Nathan, and Nathan is like punching a bag. And it shows that he's little bit isn't really aware of what's going on, if that makes sense, because he didn't know that um, Caleb was in the house until he saw him punching a bag. Also, I like the fact that Nathan has his key card, and it's like, oh, this key card only works for certain rooms, and it's like, if it's meant to be yours, it's yours. And then you see Kill up opening one his room, and you see this room is has no windows, so Caleb kind of freaks out about it a little bit. And seeing those little things in the movie is like, oh, this guy is a little bit shady. And this movie does a great job of showcasing that. I also admire Caleb's curiosity when this is first coming. And the first time the conversation that happens with Ava and Caleb was so interesting because Ava kind of switched a question to him. So it makes you think that Ava is already a really smart AI in this movie. And also, I really appreciate like in the beginning of the movie, there's these power cuts, and then later on, we figured out it's Ava doing these power cuts. It just shows that how smart this AI is already. I'd like to talk about a little further if you want.
So for me, I like the cinematography in this, the camera shots, especially like you said with the colors. There's a lot of, I think, light colors during this movie, but especially the
Like a
parts
lot of
where
yellow light colors, if that makes sense, especially in the room.
yeah, especially with yeah, especially like the was it the interview not interview I forgot like the project room
That project
where they're
room, the
having
research facility, we'll just go
yeah,
with
the
it.
research
Yeah,
facility where Ava and Caleb are talking. But I like the reds, especially when Ava turns the whole house off the
yeah,
power supply for a couple seconds. And of course, I like for especially with that like the tonal shift when that happens because like when they're having like a conversation, it's like just a normal conversation for research purposes, right? But once that red light just hits, everything goes serious.
yeah.
Everything becomes serious.
Especially with Ava like telling Caleb, "Don't trust Nathan," and Nathan, I mean, don't trust Nathan, and Caleb's like, "Why shouldn't I not trust Nathan?" So it just starts that little conflict, and during like I think the second conversation they had together, I want to say,
Yeah. That was the no, it was the first one.
oh, it's the first one, yeah,
Yeah. But besides that, like I said, the score, I like the score in this. The script in this runs smoothly from beginning to end. It hooks you right into it really quick. But that's a part of the negative thing that I got when I go to my negatives about this movie. But besides that, all the actors in this give great performances. From Donald Ham Gleason, Oscar Isaac as Nathan. Like you said, this dude's a real dickhead. And because, of course, he's a businessman and he thinks he's the best because he owns Blue Book, he made the code. He's the he lives out in the middle of fucking nowhere because at the beginning of the movie, it's like when Caleb backs the pilot, when are we going to end up on his estate? He's like, you've been on his estate for the last 2 hours, so you know this dude has money and he's just wasting the shit on
yeah.
buying property that he doesn't need to. But and you could see it,
Uh,
especially.
there's like a Oppenheimer quote during one of the scenes.
Yes, I saw that. Oh, what was it? Damn the Oppenheimer
Mr.
quote.
Quotable Caleb. I
What
become
was it?
death to destroy your
This destroyer
worlds.
of worlds,
Yeah.
and he's like, Caleb's like something else, and Nathan's like, "No, you fucking idiot. That's Oppenheimer." I'm like, I know that. I know that.
Yeah, you know, like the Steve Rogers Captain America meme. Oh, I know that reference. That's what I
That's
was
or like
thinking.
the Johnny Depp, the Leonardo DiCaprio scene from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh, oh.
I thought of that, but I like the one place in this whole movie in this research facility wise because you get right into it. There's not a lot of plot. I think like deficit maybe in
Yeah,
this.
but I feel like the
You
first time the killer gets into the research facility, I love the suspense it builds out during it. It's like we as the
oh I
audience
love
don't know
that.
what you.
I love how he gets his key card.
Yeah, but
I
I
love how he gets his key
also
card. Can you please? What were we saying?
yeah uh I also really like that Ava, like the scene when she was like dressing up and try to be all human. I think she was trying to be like humans. Like she feels trapped with Caleb and Nathan, right? So it's like she's trying to
Yeah,
get out that situation. So and she really wants to explore the world. So that's when the dreams that she has like really correlate to the way the AI thinks, right?
but I think the best thing for me is the twist at the end of
Yeah, the
when
tour.
now so there's two twists in this. There's the twist of when Nathan leaves the camera in the room. I like that twist. But the second twist is when he told Caleb there's three things. She likes you, she doesn't like you, and she might be pretending to like you.
Yeah,
And it's the third thing that we find out. That's the big old plot twist in this movie that she's been pretending to like Caleb so she can actually get out in the real world and feel like a real human.
yeah. And another thing, the dinner scene where Kyoko, the other AI, is, you know, pouring wine, I think it was, and she
Yeah.
drops the wine by accident, and then Nathan just absolutely gets pissed at her. I'm like, why does this movie make me care about AI so much? And
But
that's,
of course, we don't find out she's AI to the very end, though.
oh yeah. And also the dancing. We gotta talk about
I hate
dancing.
that dancing. I hate that dancing.
I
That's the
love the
most
dancing.
cheesiest shit ever.
Nah, man, that dancing wants me to get Oscar Isaac in a musical, bro. That needs to happen right now.
No, like when your dad like dances at like a dance or something that you like your high school dance or their high school reunion, and you're like, "That's it down." That's what I felt like.
Yeah, exactly. But I love the dancing because it shows that the AI was programmed to dance.
Okay, the AI is good, but Oscar Isaac, he needs to sit down.
No, the Oscar Isaac was great. I don't care what anyone says, man.
That's the biggest. I've seen that meme before. That's the biggest meme of all time in that movie.
um,
But besides that, let's really go into depth about this ending though, because I really want to talk about it.
all right, go ahead.
No, no. What are your thoughts though? Because I put
Oh,
a little bit into it. I kind of want to get your thoughts on this.
all right. So my thoughts at the end is when Kyoko stabs Nathan first, right? Nathan
Yeah,
one punches the AI and the AI just gets destroyed and Kyoko just dies. But the thing about this ending is Killa was trying to control Ava, but he was trying to control her in this kind way. Whereas Nathan trying to control her in this like really asshole way, right? There's just two different
yeah,
perspectives of these characters controlling AI. So once Ava traps Caleb, escapes the facility, um, us the audience don't know what this AI is going to do. It's an open-ended ending. Hey, this AI could embrace and try to become human, which could be the happy ending, or this AI could be taking over the world, the bad ending. So you could think about this ending in two different perspectives. That's why I really enjoyed this ending so much. So I'm gonna let you talk about your thoughts on the ending.
So before like that part with you were talking about when Kyoko and Ava killed Nathan, I want to go back to when Nathan puts the camera. We find out when Nathan puts the camera in the room,
Yeah,
and when Caleb finds out that every girl in there's been AI,
yeah,
and how Nathan's been progressively making these AI women, and he destroys the models before, or
yeah,
technically he hides them in this room
yeah, and
instead of destroying
reprograms them,
them.
right? Sort of.
Yeah, but besides that, we find out that what's her name again?
Kyoko,
Hiko
Kyoko.
Kyoko is AI at that time. It drives Nathan so crazy. He thinks that he might be AI, and he cuts himself. I thought,
Yeah,
dude, I was like, dude, you gonna die. You're really going to kill your damn self, thinking that you're AI because you found out that Kyoko was AI. But besides that,
yeah,
I like the point of when he finds out that Oscar Isaac put a camera in there because, of course, in the breakfast scene, he wants Oscar Isaac to get passed out drunk so him and Ava can't escape. And of course, we see little snippets of that, but we see the full circle once Nathan shows Caleb for the footage on his computer. But
yeah, yeah.
getting straight into that ending, especially once Ava betrays Nathan and leaves him in the room, I love how she goes straight to where she wanted to, the middle of an intersection in New York.
Yeah, exactly. But my question is, how did she get there? Because the helicopter was coming in and she just flew from the helicopter to be in? Or,
Did she kill the guy, or
yeah, that's another
did he just
question.
take her?
I'm probably
Because that's
guessing,
what I was wondering.
yeah, I'm guessing the guy took her, but when did that guy check what happened in the facility and thing is like, oh, where's the guy who I dropped off in Caleb? Like, where is he at? Like, because Caleb's trapped.
Oh, she could just made up something he could believed it.
That's a good point.
But besides that, I think that's it for me for Ex Machina. Is that for it for you?
I think I'm gonna add my 2 cents of this.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Let's go in the negatives. That I do have one negative point, but we
I
can get in yours first.
I do think I like the progression, like especially like the picture drawing, right? And then the lie detector scene between Ava and Caleb. I thought it was great
Yes.
when Ava was asking these questions, and I don't remember what when the questions were. Oh, what was her earliest memory? And then Caleb doesn't respond, and Ava's like, "That's a lie." So makes me think, how smart is this AI detect if you're like telling the truth or telling a lie? So maybe she knew Kayla's through intentions of controlling her because she knew when Kayla was actually telling the truth and when he was telling a lie.
True. I like that because that was like really tense in that scene, and especially Nathan knew it was kind of pissing him off the questions that she was asking Caleb. You could see it when it was
Yeah,
switching back from him to them. But for me, my biggest negative pet not pet peeve, but my biggest negative thing in this movie, it's the beginning. We literally see Nathan win this contest and literally go out. We
you mean
don't know
Caleb?
what this. Yeah, I said Caleb. Did I say Nathan?
Yeah, he's like just an alien.
Oh, sorry. Caleb. We don't see how when Caleb like signs up for this. What is this actually for? We just know he won a contest and he's going out to Nathan's place.
Yeah. I mean, that is a nitpick too of mine, but it's not a big deal because I feel like it just adds more layer of mystery to the story of this movie. But yeah, I do understand why you feel that way because it should make sense that Killer should know what he won this context for. But I do also love Caleb's like happiness for AI. It's like, oh wow, Nathan, you made this AI. This is so cool. Blah blah blah. You know, like in the beginning, they're like bonding with each other. But I also like the first time Caleb and Nathan interact. It's like you're nervous, and then Caleb's like, no, I'm not. And
I love that
then
too.
oh, the scene is like Nathan's like, drink too much. Like, oh, you were partying last night. It's like,
I'm like, dude, is he? I'm like, he's by himself. Why would he be partying?
yeah, but like you know the speaking of that low ending twist when Nathan, not Nathan, Caleb was trying drug, you know, um, Nathan during that sequence, and Nathan knew all along what was going on with the conversations between Caleb and Ava. I thought Nathan was like for a second. The first time I watched this, I thought Nathan was about to win, and this was going to be like this evil story of Nathan just controlling and winning as a this really asshole businessman. But in the case of the ending, I was saying it didn't went that way. That's what I appreciate. Because this movie just has you always thinking about what's going to be happening in these certain scenarios.
Yeah, you drew out about that. But is that for it for you? For Ex
Yeah, I think
Machina?
so. You?
That's it for me. Yeah, that's mostly it for me. So let's get into our main things of this podcast. So, Bilal, we have switched up a little bit.
Yeah.
Me and Sammy changed a few things around, but right now, of course, we're gonna get into our Rotten Tomatoes score like normal. What do you think the audience and the critics score is?
I think critically it got to be like a 78, and the audience 83.
Okay.
Because I don't think a lot of audience, I mean, critics are going to like an AI type of movie, but we'll see.
What did you say it was again?
76, and then audience 83.
Machina. Here we go. 86 for the audience,
Oh, I was close with the 83. Okay.
92 for the critic,
Wow. The
and that's out
next,
of 289 reviews.
that's actually really good. Yeah, it deserves that. That's a great movie.
But Bilal, this is our new segment that me and Sammy put in. How much do you think this movie made at the box office?
Box office. Let's
Just
go
think this
with
had a $15 million budget.
50 million. I'm going with that. That might be too high.
37.3 million.
Oh, that was way too high.
But it's still not bad. It made double its thing technically and made some extra money.
Yeah.
So it profited. But I think that's okay, yeah. So let's get into our ratings. What did you rate this ball?
5 star.
Me too. First watch, 5 star. This movie is really good. But let's go get right into where you can watch Ex Machina, like we mentioned at the beginning. Like Bilal said, if you guys are in Canada, you guys can watch on this Prime Video. if you're in America, I know this is on Max, but of course you can rent this on any streaming service, Vudu or Fandango at home now, Apple, Google Play, Amazon. But this is also available on Prime Video and Hulu in the United States. So it's literally available on everything mostly if you're watching in the United States. But with that being said, I think that's it for our Ex Machina episode, isn't it?
Are we not going to do Oscars this time around?
Oh crap! Thank you for telling me about the
And,
Oscars.
and,
I
and I
knew I
was
was
cracked
missing
during
something.
that.
I knew I was missing something. But Law is helping me out, ladies and gentlemen. But Law has been here like 6 weeks, and he knows a lot more than I do.
I even voice cracked saying that. Think.
So this has 2 nominations:
Oh, only 2. Wow.
visual effects, and then 1 visual effects.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, that'll be the 2016 Oscars. I'm guessing so.
Yes.
Okay.
And then it got nominated for original screenplay by Alex Garland.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, it definitely deserves that.
But that's mostly it. I thought, yeah, with it being Alex Garland's first movie, but of course, like Alex Garland is known for his writing. He wrote in Dread, 28 Days Later, I think it
Yeah.
was, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's a great writer. Of course, his directing's not bad, especially out of the 3 films I watched so far.
His directing
But I
is
think that's it
great.
most, especially with Civil War
So
and this.
I think.
Now
Well,
I need to watch Annihilation though, so
yeah,
to
but
get the full perspective.
do you like this more than Civil War?
That's the question. You're giving me the hard questions right now. Right now, I think Civil War's better.
I think right now, I think Ex Machina is better because it feels like it's more of a better told story. Especially with Civil War is missing some story elements, especially with like the war things, like what's happening in the war, why is it going on, like those type of questions, more answer. But at least in Ex Machina, you have a clear answer to everything that's happening in the movie. It's so well written, the performances are strong. I think Ex Machina is the best Alex Garland movie in my opinion. And then goes Annihilation, and then it goes Civil War, and then lastly is Men. But that's my opinion. That's how I would rank them.
But I I think I need to rewatch both of them again to get like a good
Yeah.
thing of it. But I think that's it mostly for Ex Machina. Let's get into a little bit of our future episodes and a little bit of something I want to say right at the end of this episode also. But if you guys are looking forward to our upcoming episodes, for our podcast episode this week, we are going to be reviewing, like I said at the beginning of the episode, Abigail. And we're going to have a special guest on for the episode. I don't want to tell you guys who the special guest is right now. I think you guys will like them. It's a great person that we know, and they love Abigail. They already seen it twice. They absolutely love this movie. They've been talking about it all over social media. So I'm really excited for you guys to hear their thoughts on this movie. But we're also going to be reviewing that Zack Snyder movie, Rebel Moon Part 2, I guess. If you guys are watching the video version right now, Bilal's hiding. Yep, he's hiding. He don't want to watch no Rebel Moon Part 2. Oh, just think, Bilal. There's going to be 6 parts of this. Now really watch the video, guys. You really just saw Bilal's reaction to that. But besides that, we're going to talk about the trailers. This coming up weekend, we got a lot of trailers like you guys have seen. We got a trailer for
Transformers One for
Transformers
Dakota,
1.
like that's gonna be great for him. He's a huge Transformers guy. Wow.
We also got a new trailer for Hitman, the new
Trap.
Richard Linklater. I was going to say that, but the new Richard Linklater and Glenn Powell movie. And then we got Trap. Oh, M. Night's Cooking, ladies and gentlemen. I'm excited for that. But of course, this is not the episode for that. That's this coming up episode. And of course, some movie news. We're going to be talking about some movie news. But of course, for our next week's review for episode 14 of Cinematic Boys Reviews, we're going to be doing our last Alex Garland movie in this technically trilogy before Civil War came out, which we are going to be doing Annihilation. It will be me, Bilal, and Sammy will be back next week. So you actually get the trio next week. Sorry about that, guys. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that episode, both those episodes. But I just want to say real quick, guys, I'm looking. Let's take a live look right now. I just want to say thank you guys for this because I've been keeping track. I know I need to post more. Bilal has been mentioned to me also. First of all, I need to turn it down. But of course, if you guys haven't, follow us on our social medias. If you guys watch it on the video version, or if you guys are here right now, we're on Spotify, Apple Podcast, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, or X, whatever you guys preferably call that. But I want to give you guys a big shout out and a thank you to you guys for getting us up to 210 TikTok followers right now. Me and Bilal appreciate you guys for all of this. We're trying to
Oh
just build
yeah.
up this podcast, build up this community. I'll be posting more on there. I haven't posted in a couple of weeks, about a month and a half. I'm sorry, guys. But of course, we're going to be, yeah, I know. We're going to get B posted on there more. We got to build this fan base up. Let's set a little goal right now. Let's get to 1,000 by Furiosa. Let's get to 1,000
Yeah.
followers. And right here on YouTube, if you guys are watching right now we got 13 subscribers. Let's get up to 100 subscribers by Furiosa. But guys, we appreciate y'all. We want to. I don't know what we could call this community right now, but I definitely want to get a name for for all you guys. Except calling us you guys community fans, because you guys are like family to us. Because without you guys, we
Fast and
wouldn't be here
Furious.
talking about. We're the familia.
La
Without
Familia.
you guys, would not be here talking about movies to you guys between us. And with this opportunity, we got people on like Sammy. Sammy's not on social media. You guys are hearing his opinions right here on this podcast. So with you guys, we can do that. I appreciate you guys. But of course, if you guys are listening to the video version of this podcast, give us a rating. We would like 5 stars, but give us any rating you guys want. Of course, if you guys can leave a comment on it, give us your thoughts about Ex Machina if you guys have or haven't seen it, and what do you guys think about it. If you guys are watching on the YouTube right now and seeing our beautiful faces, hit that like button. I see that little like button down there. Hit that like button. If you guys haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. Like I said, Furiosa 100 subscribers. But I also leave down in the comments if you guys seen Ex Machina, if you like it, if you don't like it, what's your favorite Alex Garland movie. And also, I forgot to add, in our episode for Annihilation next week, we're also going to be adding our Alex Garland ranking for all 4 movies. But I think that's mostly it. So, with that being said, when you guys hear me and Bilal next time, it'll be for our Cinematic Boys podcast review for Abigail and our whole episode. But, guys, with that being said, I hope you guys have a great day, a great night, wherever you guys are at. I'll see you guys next time.
Peace, MBK out.